All right. Today is the 6th. Almost Friday. Woo-hoo. Okay, so yesterday we were doing things like if we have f of x equals 4x and I wanted to find the f of 3, right? Since my 3 or my x becomes a 3 in this side, I replace the x with 3, right? And so the f of 3 equals 12, right? We just went over the homework. You guys feel good about that, right? Okay, today, instead of replacing x with 3, we're going to replace it with a function. Okay? So, the first step, okay, is you're going to write your outside function. Okay, so my outside function on this one is f, correct? Okay, so I have f of x is equal to 4x. Would you agree with that? Okay, my second step is to replace my x with my inside function. Okay, on this one, g of x is my inside function, correct? Okay, well, g of x is 2x minus 1. Would you agree with that? Okay, so let's replace my x with 2x minus 1. So it's like saying I'm going to find the f of 2x minus 1, which means it's 4 times 2x minus 1. Good so far? All right, and then the last step is just to multiply, subtract, whatever. In other words, simplify. And so the f of g of x is going to be 8x minus 4. Good so far? Okay. Alrighty then. Let's do another one. So, I'm going to write my outside function, which is the g of x, which is 2x minus 1. I'm going to replace my x's with the f of x. So that means my f of x is 4x, and then this x, so it would become 2 times 4x minus 1. Good so far? And when I simplify, I'm going to get 8x minus 1. So the g of f of x is 8x minus 1. Good so far? Okay, so remember, let's make sure we're noticing something, all right? Yesterday when we coded our functions, our inputs was a constant. Okay? What's it mean to be a constant? What is a constant? A number. Okay? A constant's just math speak for a number. Okay? And the output, what we got out every time, was also a number. Okay. Today, we're composing two functions. Our input has to have a variable, or in other words, an x, which means our output is also going to have an x. Good? Okay so far? Alrighty. So, I'm going to do the g of h of x. Alright, so the g of h of x is going to be equal to 3x plus 2, because that's my outside function. My inside function is the 2x minus 4. Oh, I did my colors backwards. Oops. And so I'm going to take that and replace the x with it. So I have 3 times 2x minus 4 plus 2. So when I distribute, I get 6x minus 12 plus 2. So that means the g of h of x is equal to 6x, and then minus 12 plus 2 gives me minus 10. Good? Good so far? Alrighty, so we're going to find the h of g of x. So my outside function's which one? What was that?
2x minus 1.
Love it, thank you. 2x minus 1 over 3. What's my g of x? What is it? The g of x is negative 3x. And so I'm going to substitute or replace my x with that. So I get 2 times negative 3x minus 1 over 3. Which means when I simplify, I get negative 6x minus 1 divided by 3. Which is my h of g, looks like hog though, but small 0, small o. Good? All right, let's do 2 more. I have f of g of x, so my inside function is going to be what? What's my inside function? X squared plus 6, perfect. So that means I get x squared plus 6 plus 5. Agreed? So that means my f of g of x is just, because I just have to combine those two, is x squared plus 11.
Why did you do the inside out?
I am using the outside because the outside is my x squared plus 5, and I replace with the inside. I think I just worded it differently when I asked what's my inside. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Yes? All right, let's do one more. All right, g of f of x. So what's my inside? The f of x, which is my x plus 5. And I'm going to replace that, or write inside, inside the outside function. That just, I just tongue-tied that one. Woo! All right, so that would be like saying the g of x plus 5. And so I'm going to have x plus 5 squared plus 6. Good. Okay, what is x plus 5 squared? What do we get? We do get a trinomial, but what is that trinomial? All right, let's think about this. X plus 5 squared, that's like saying x plus 5 times x plus 5. Do you agree with that? Okay, what method do we use to simplify that? FOIL, absolutely. So when I FOIL, I'm going to get x squared plus 5x. Inside gives me another 5x. And 5 times 5 gives me 25. So now when I simplify, I get x squared plus 10x plus 25 plus 6. Combine those two, and the f of g, or the g of f of x is x squared plus 10x plus 31. Good. Okay. On the back side, we have some practice problems for you. All right. We've got 15 more minutes so that you can get them done, so you can ask me questions as you're doing them. And then tomorrow, we're going to do bingo, doing all these different compositions, okay?